everyone, Antoinette here. Today I'm going to talk about when does a reason become just an excuse? This is a really important thing to be able to recognize in your relationships, your personal relationships, your professional relationships. But equally important, really, if not more important, it's good to be able to realize it in our own lives, how we're communicating with other people. And are we giving reasons or are we just giving excuses? Let's talk about the difference. First of all, a reason really does relate to the positive and the negative. You're just explaining why something bad happened or didn't happen, or why something good happened or didn't happen. And there's really no blame. You're just explaining what it is. An excuse, on the other hand, is usually focused on the negative. And there's always something out there, something externally to blame or defend or to justify the reason why. It's the excuse is when you're not taking personal responsibility. I love this quote by Billy Sunday, who said, "An excuse is the skin of a reason stuffed with a lie." Because if you think about it, excuses really are little lies that we tell other people, but even more importantly, they're lies that we really tell ourselves, and sometimes we really believe them. So how do you tell if somebody's giving you a real reason or if they're just giving you an excuse? What is the phrase after the word because? So many times when we're saying why we did something or didn't do something or why something happened or didn't happen, we'll talk about the explanation behind it. And a lot of times we say, because of this reason. And that's where you want to listen to what happens after because. Is it really justifying it? Is it defending it? Is it blaming something out there? Or is it taking self-responsibility? So here's a couple of examples. If you were to say, well, I haven't had time to work out because I've been really busy. The really busy part is true. However, you're blaming the fact that you haven't been able to work out because of something external, because of all this busyness. When really, we all know that we really do the things that are really important to us. So to turn that around in a reason would be to say, I haven't worked out because I have allowed other things in my life and my schedule to make me busy. And I've chosen not to make that a priority. You're taking full responsibility. You're taking the blame for that. Another excuse would be when you say, I don't know how to do that. You're not blaming someone else, but you are justifying it by saying, well, I can't do that because I don't know how. So to turn that around into a reason would be to take responsibility and say, I haven't done that before, so I would need help if I were to do that. A lot of times also, if something is a reason versus an excuse, it all boils down to how is it communicated. For instance, if you were to say, I didn't show up because I forgot. It may be honestly true that you really did forget. However, how does that land on the other person? Are they seeing it as a valid reason or are they seeing it as an excuse? I can think of times where I have totally forgotten to show up somewhere where I was supposed to be because I really did forget. However, if it started to become a pattern, it would sound more like an excuse. So how do you make something like I forgot be a reason rather than excuse is, like I said, the way that you deliver it. So if that were to happen, say, I forgot about showing up to our meeting and I am so sorry. I know this probably inconvenienced you. I should have written it down. I should have put it in my phone. Can we please reschedule? That sounds like someone taking full responsibility rather than just saying, I forgot. So the best way to start really being able to tell if somebody's giving you an excuse versus a reason, and if you're doing the same thing to other people, is to be aware. Be aware what comes after, or what comes after the explanation of why something did or didn't happen. And know that if people start giving excuses in some areas, then they're more likely to give excuses in other areas. And they may not even be aware that they're doing it. So start with yourself, start being hyper aware, and start changing your excuses into reasons and take responsibility. If you have liked this video, I hope you'll press like and I hope you will subscribe to my channel.